Super Scoreboard on the web. I'm Peter Martin. I'm joined by Hugh Keevins. We're looking ahead to the World Cup final. Spain against Holland. Is it a final for the purists, Hugh?
It ought to be, Peter, given the displays that they put on in the semi-final. Holland for all of the 90 minutes of their match against Uruguay, Spain for 45 minutes of their game against Germany. It should be a classic.
It's a battle. Primarily, I think it's going to be fought in the midfield, Hugh, because that seems to be where the greatest talent and strength lies in both camps.
Well, there's also a wonderful capacity not to panic in these teams. They simply play football. It is a serious reminder to us here in Scotland that what we are watching is inferior. We have to pass and move the way that the Spaniards and the Germans can do. Otherwise, qualification for us will be another 12 years away. We have to learn to play that kind of game. That's why everyone is keenly anticipating Sunday's final. It'll be a football match.
Before we get into the meat and bones of the final itself, what about the World Cup in its entirety? Has it been a disappointment?
I think latterly it saved itself. We have seen in the 3-2 game between Holland and Uruguay and the second half of Spain against Germany, top class football. We have had intermittent outbreaks of football. Germany scoring 4 goals against England. The Germans have been a delight. The Spaniards have been a delight. The Germans will be a miss to the tournament, but the Dutch have been fantastic. So latterly, I think the competition has made us forget the dodgy opening.
Yeah, and summing up the Dutch, certainly a surprise. I don't think too many people had the Netherlands as the finalists, but they've got quality there. They've got Sneijder, they've got Robben, they've got Van Persie. It's the type of player that you mentioned that can play the intricate football, but can come up with that wee bit of genius.
Yeah, and they score tremendous goals from inside and outside the box. Dirk Kuyt, Wesley Sneijder. Sneijder now the object of a £29 million bid from Manchester United, and no wonder. They are a terrific side, and the fact that they have not won the World Cup before is, number one, amazing, and number two, a tremendous incentive for them on Sunday.
Well, it can certainly put to bed the ghosts of Cruyff, the likes of Johnny Rep and Neeskens, if they do indeed achieve World Cup glory. If there is a weakness in that Dutch side, Hugh, is it Stekelenburg?
Well, if you concede goals in the way that they have done, then obviously they're that kind of team who are willing to sacrifice a little defensive instability for the glorious football they play back to front.
As far as the opposition are concerned, they're the red-hot favourites. Spain, European Championship winners, now on the verge of, amazingly, securing their first ever World Cup.
Well, again, astonishing. They'd never been beyond the quarter-finals. They seem to have taken an instant liking to semi-finals because they're now in the final. They have Casillas, outstanding goalkeeper. They have Puyol. If you want someone in the trenches with you, Carlos Puyol is your man. And also can come up with a vital goal. Xabi Alonso, Iniesta, they all look terrific. Torres looks nothing so far, and that always worries me. If I was on the opposite side in Sunday's final and he had done nothing in the World Cup and hadn't scored, he'd be my number one worry.
Yeah, you wouldn't bet against Fernando Torres coming up with the winner, Hugh, but David Villa has been sensational.
Yeah, the Spaniards have delighted everyone in the tournament. However, Holland have reached the final with nothing but win after win after win. What an occasion.
Okay, prediction time for us. Hugh, what do you think is going to happen?
I think the Dutch have a stronger mentality on these occasions. Not necessarily the best side, but I think the Dutch mentality will take them through and they'll be the new world champions.
Okay, scoreline?
I hope 6-5, but I suspect 2-1.
Okay, I'll go in the opposite direction. Spain for me by 2-1. Undoubtedly, you'll have your own opinion. Thanks for watching Super Scoreboard on the web. Let's hope we get goals in the World Cup final, Spain against Holland.